How's it going, guys? It's Gunchowder, bringing another vid. This isn't going to be a review on a knife or a gun. I do have a couple knives here, but I'm not bringing them out for review. They're just going to be touched upon for other reasons. And the reason I'm bringing this vid out is basically so you know where I'm coming from, kind of person I am, and why I do what I do. You know, I review knives, I review guns. I love them both. You know, and I've been called everything from zombie apocalypse crazy to paranoid schizophrenic, and I don't understand people. You know, just because you like knives and you like guns, they put you in this category like you're in a militia and you're just waiting to use them, like you're just a vigilante out there waiting to shoot somebody. And to be honest, it's a total misconception. I mean, most of the people who do conceal carry and do have knives on them, you wouldn't know it. And to be honest with you, the last thing on our minds is to go out and use it. I mean, honestly, if I go the rest of my life without ever having to draw my gun or pull out a knife for self-defense, I think I'd live a very happy life. That's my plan. That's the way I want it to go. But unfortunately, we live in a world where there's a lot of evil. There's a lot of bad people out there. You know? You got a lot of people doing drugs. You got a lot of people that think they're owed something in this world, and if you're not going to give it to them, they're just going to take it. You know, there's a lot of people like that. And I choose to carry a gun and a knife to protect myself and my family. Among other things, of course, it's a leisure, it's a sport as well. You know, most of my guns being used, they're used on the range. You know, a lot of people say, well, Chowder, why do you need an assault rifle? Why do you need a knife that big? To be honest with you, a lot of it has to do with addiction, but a lot of it has to do with function as well. You know, when I say that word addiction, and I'll throw it out very loosely, because it's truly not an addiction, because my bills are paid, my kids are taken care of. I mean, I spend way more money on them than I would actually on myself. But the money that I do have, and the spending money that I have that's extra, I choose to buy guns, buy knives, and you know, that's what I like to do. You know, I don't drink. You know, so a lot of people go out, they'll go out drinking, spend $60, $70 just going out drinking for one night. No, I don't do that. You know, I'd rather go out and spend my money on something that I like. You know, I like knives and I like guns. Now I'm going to touch on something that, of course, you guys probably already figured. It's going to be the Second Amendment and how our freedoms are just diminishing little by little. I bring up the word unconstitutional. When I was growing up, I'm not that old. It was thrown around so much. It was like, you can't do that. That's unconstitutional. What's against the Constitution? And the Constitution was held so high that it was superior to everything. We don't hear that much anymore. You hear, you know what, that's against the law. Well, if the law is against the Constitution, you know, doesn't the Constitution supersede that? You know, and for you guys that aren't big gun fans out there, you know, you want to show this video to somebody else, you know, and let them know, hey, you know, we're not all fanatics. You know, maybe the Second Amendment doesn't bother you that they're infringing on it. But the thing is, if they do infringe on the Second Amendment, where is it going to stop? Okay, we got the Second Amendment done. I mean, are you going to wait until they hit up your civil rights? Well, you don't have to wait anymore because they already have. I mean, just open your eyes, read a little bit. Look at what they're able to do right now. Your civil rights are being infringed upon. They're really being infringed upon. And I want to bring up two words from the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. Not be infringed upon. I'm sorry, that was three words. Guess I can't count. Not be infringed upon. That basically means You can't have somebody from your state telling you what you can and cannot have when it comes down to arms. You can't have them say, you know what? You can't carry that knife. It's too big. You can't carry that gun. That's infringing upon your rights. And it's plain as day written in the Constitution. That's pretty much my belief on that. I won't go into it further because you can find a lot of videos on YouTube that go into much more detail than that. That's just one of my beliefs. Okay? Something else I'm going to touch upon is perception. Perception is everything. I mean, something doesn't have to be dangerous, but as long as the people perceive it to be dangerous, it's going to be dangerous. I'm going to show you an example right here. You'll see a review on this later on. There's a lot of reviews on this on the internet. SOG Seal Pup Elite. It's a wicked blade, isn't it? Got that buoy shape. Got your Zytel handle on there. You know, it just looks mean. You know, if I go to a restaurant, or just anywhere actually, I pull out this knife, you know, a lot of people step back and they get scared. And they're like, oh, he's pulling out a wicked knife. He's gonna stab somebody with it. You know, a lot of people see this knife and they're like, why do you need that knife for? It's scary. Alright, well, let me put this one down for a second. Let me bring this knife up right here. Pretty sure many of you have one of these in your kitchen and you use it just about every day. Because I know I do. And this one has some good wear in it. It's one of my older ones. Brought it out. It's a chef's knife. Now, if we're going to bring these both out together, and we're going to look at these knives, side by side, which one is more dangerous? Well, let me see. This one's a lot longer, got a lot longer reach. If I do stab you with this one, it's going to go much deeper. This is just as sharp as this. I keep both my knives sharp. But in your mind, I'm not going to judge and say in your mind, in a lot of people's mind, that knife right there is more dangerous than this one because of people's perception of it. That's all it is. It's perception. You know, well, chowder, you know, that's the only thing that knife can be used for is to hurt somebody. No, it can't. This is actually a small survival knife.